Harvard'da ifade özgürlüğünü savunan rektör Claudine Gay görevinden istifa etti.
Harvard President Claudine Gay is set to resign today.
President of Harvard University Claudine Gay resigned today.
Harvard President Claudine Gay has announced she is resigning from office.
Gay, Harvard tarihinin ilk siyahi ve ikinci kadın rektörüydü. Üstelik göreve başlayalı sadece 6 ay olmuştu.
I am proud to introduce, for the first time as Harvard's president-elect, Claudine Gay.
Peki bu kadar kritik bir pozisyon neden istifayla sonuçlandı? Biraz olayların başına saralım.
A letter posted by a student-run Harvard-Palestine Solidarity Group. The letter holding the Israeli regime entirely responsible for all unfolding violence.
İşte olaylar bu mektupla başladı. Harvard Üniversitesi'nde 34 öğrenci 7 Ekim'de başlayan İsrail-Filistin çatışmasına tepki göstermek ve Filistin'e olan desteklerini ifade etmek için Filistin Dayanışma Kulübü'nün sosyal medya hesabı üzerinden bir mektup yayınladı. Öğrenciler yaşanan olaylardan tamamen İsrail rejiminin sorumlu tuttuklarını yazdı. Bu olayların hiçbirinin birdenbire ve boşlukta meydana gelmediğini, yıllardır Filistinlilerin bir açık hava hapishanesinde yaşamak zorunda olduğunu ifade ettiler.
This is not a religious issue, but rather it's an issue of an oppression and apartheid state. Israeli war crimes that have been going on for 75 years. If Netanyahu and his far-right Israeli government continue the siege, lots of thousands of innocent Palestinian children and civilians will continue to face imminent death. And so there's been a complete lack of attention to over 2 million people that live in Gaza who have been in an open-air prison.
Mektup, sosyal medyada antisemitist, terör destekçisi, utanç verici ve tek taraflı olduğuna yönelik hakaret içeren eleştiriler ve yorumlar aldı.
As a Palestinian Solidarity Club, I think we have all the right to voice our viewpoint, and we criticized Israel and we condemned the attacks that they were doing on civilians. We never said we'd side with Hamas. The backlash that we faced, it was because of the things that were not said, right? So things were taken out of context. For instance, there was this statement, it all did not happen in a vacuum, right? And people just took it out of context and said, because we said this statement, it means we sided with Hamas and we are in solidarity with whatever Hamas is doing. But on the hindsight, we are trying to, portray that this has been a civilization, it has been a population that has been under occupation since 1948.
Elbette eleştiriler sadece sosyal medyayla sınırlı kalmadı. Mektup bir anda ülke gündemine oturdu.
They signed that letter this weekend.
Mektubu yazan öğrenciler terörist sempatizanı ve antisemitist olarak fişlendi. Nasıl mı? Kampüste dolaşan ve üzerlerinde bu öğrencilerin yüzleri ve isimleri olan bu kamyonlarla.
There were students that were doxxed. So by doxxed I mean their names went out. And there was a group of people that sat down and actually researched how many students, what students were involved in organizations that signed the statement or the organization that released the statement. They basically created this list. It was called the college terror list. They had the first name, last name, email IDs, future employer, LinkedIn profiles, pretty much anything they could find on the internet. They put that together and they just released it to the news outlets.
So there is a very, very big sense of fear on campus. There is deliberate activities from certain individuals and organizations that are targeting students by their names. They're having trucks that are circulating around campus with their pictures on it. They're calling them anti-Semitic.
The university hasn't taken any actions to make sure that the truck doesn't keep coming back. Like recently we had the truck that came back.
Bu kamyonların arkasında ise Accuracy in Media var. Aktivizm odaklı olduğunu ve araştırmacı gazetecilik yaptığını iddia eden bu kuruluşun başkanı ise Adam Gillett. Gillett, Harvard'da mektup yayınlandığından bu yana mektubun yazımında yer alan veya herhangi bir şekilde desteği olan tüm öğrencilerin fişlenmesi için sosyal medya hesabından kampanyalar yürütüyor. Accuracy in Media aracılığıyla yaptıkları kamyon ve billboardların amacını ise şöyle tanımlıyor.
We send mobile billboards to mom and dad's house of these student leaders so that mom and dad have to explain to their neighbors why their kid doesn't like the Jews. And that's why we're sending mobile billboards to their employers when they graduate so that their future employers can understand exactly who they're working with.
2 days ago, and there were 2 trucks. So the same truck, same sponsors, apparently we realized that the sponsors are also from within Harvard. There is this research lab, it's called Diana Davis Spencer Foundation, and apparently one of the largest donors of Accuracy Media, whose truck was the one that was displaying all the doc students' faces on it, is the biggest sponsor for this Accuracy Media. Yeah, Harvard is not condemning it, but also Harvard is not away from being involved in the truck, right? So there is a link between Harvard and the truck as well. Yeah.
Böyle bir ortamda Filistin'e destek veren öğrencilerin ortak duygusu korku ve endişe oldu. Biz bu haberi yapmak için yola çıktığımızda röportaj almak istediğimiz öğrenciler yüzlerini ve hatta isimlerini gizlememizi istediler. Konuştuğumuz öğrenciler burslarını, iş imkanlarını ve hatta vizelerini kaybetmeyle karşı karşıya olduklarından bahsettiler.
Well, the Harvard students who signed a letter blaming Israel for the violence may struggle to find jobs after calling.
Backing Ackman's call to not hire Harvard students who blamed Israel.
There are a lot of people that are not speaking up because they are worried about their job prospects. There are a lot of people whose job prospects have already been slaughtered.
We as students deserve to know that our university does not accept this harassment and deserve to know that the university will commit to ensure our safety and our ability to continue our education at this university without being harassed, without getting death threats, without being consistently attacked. We should be able to hold a critique of the Israeli government and its violent occupation of Palestine without being painted as anti-Semitic.
Filistin olayları sırasında Birleşik Devletler'in farklı eyaletlerinde İslamofobik eylemler arttı. Chicago'da öldürülen 6 yaşındaki Bediye Feyyum, Vermont eyaletinde sırf kefiye taktıkları için üzerlerine ateş açılan Hişam, Kinan ve Tahsin, Teksas'ta öldürülen Doktor Talatan.
Those are all continuous messages of this fueling this hate all across the country is really deeply rooted in Islamophobia and for decades has been fueling the hate and violence against Palestinian people and against Muslims.
Kampüs artık öğrenciler için güvenli bir yer olmaktan çıkmış durumda. Özellikle Müslüman olan ve başörtüsü gibi dini anlamda görünürlük taşıyan öğrenciler can güvenliklerinin tehdit altında olduğunu hissediyorlar.
No, honestly no. I don't feel safe as a student, even if I'm not even saying anything about Palestine, even if I'm not doing anything, just as my existence as a Muslim on campus has made me realize that this institution is not really here to protect its Muslim students.
Unfortunately, no. I don't feel safe anymore. Every time I wake up, I go outside. I don't know if I'm gonna come back home. I don't know if on the way something might happen. I don't know if I'm gonna see my family again.
That like Muslim hijabi students should not be afraid to walk around campus, should not be afraid to walk alone, should not be afraid to express their opinions because they're targetable.
On campus, off campus, obviously you're not safe off campus. So now I would use Uber rather than using a public transport because I'm visibly Muslim, very prone to hate crimes.
That's absolutely against everything that we should stand for as an institution that talks about freedom of religion and freedom of speech. Feeling like I might get attacked at night, feeling like a truck or someone might drive into me. These are concerns that no student should ever feel. No student, including Jewish and Muslim students, should ever feel.
Harvard Üniversitesi'nde Filistin yanlısı protestolara katılan öğrenciler antisemitist olarak suçlanırken üniversitenin rektörü de bu eylemlere izin verdiği gerekçesiyle ABD Kongresi'nde ifadeye çağrıldı. Kampüs rektörlerini sorumlu tutmak ve antisemitizmle mücadele başladığı oturumda rektör Claudine Gay'i İsrail'e tepki gösterilerini düşünce özgürlüğü kapsamında değerlendirdi.
We embrace a commitment to free expression, even of views that are objectionable.
Bu ifadesi sonrası Claudine Gay, kongrede Yahudi düşmanı gibi resmedilse de konuştuğumuz öğrenciler rektörün tutumunun Filistin yanlısı olmadığını söyledi. Claudine Gay, yoğun eleştiri ve baskıyla karşı karşıya kalarak istifa etmeye zorlandı.
Again, it depends on the context.
It does not depend on the context. The answer is yes, and this is why you should resign.
Ancak Harvard Üniversitesi yönetimi ve 700'e aşkın öğretim üyesi Claudine Gay'e desteğini açıkladı. Buradan sonra işler biraz sarpa sardı. Claudine Gay istifa etmedi. İstifaya zorlayacak bir zemin bulunamayınca doktora tezinde intihar yaptığı gerekçesiyle suçlandı. Harvard Üniversitesi bu suçlamaları inceledi ve intihar iddialarının doğru olmadığı sonucuna vardı.
And they said that they didn't find that Claudine Gay, the president, violated the code of conduct back in 1997.
Gay aldığı tehdit ve baskılara dayanamayarak istifasını verdi.
Harvard University President Claudine Gay resigned today.
The president of Harvard, Claudine Gay, resigned today.
Kongredeki oturumda eski Harvard rektörünü sert sözlerle eleştiren Cumhuriyetçi Kongre üyesi Stefanik, konuyla ilgili Pennsylvania Üniversitesi rektörünün ardından Harvard rektörünün de istifasına atfen şimdi iki etti yorumunu yaptı.
Even if the institution doesn't support us in our pro-Palestinian statements, in our pro-Palestinian activities, there is power in people, and people are still going out there despite of so much fear.
We will never be